In this video, we will explain the terms the Turing test, machine learning, and technological singularity. The Turing test was created in the 1950s by a computer scientist named Alan Turing. He asked the question, can computers ever think? And predicted that somewhere in the future we would have computers that will have thoughts and minds of their own. Thereafter creating the Turing test. The test is about testing a computer's ability to hold up a conversation. Basically, if the computer can hold up a conversation and make it human-like, it has proven that it can think of its own and um, proven that it has artificial intelligence. In the test, there's a person talking to a computer and a human, not knowing which is which and if even is a computer. If the person guesses that the computer is the human, the computer or program has proven that they have artificial intelligence and passed the test. If the human or the computer is asked, are you a computer or are you a program, both has to answer that they aren't and with no. But has any computers actually passed the test? Turing thought that by the 2000s we would have computers that could pass his test, but we are now in 2019 and we still don't have any computers that can pass the test. The earliest example of a program almost passing the test is ELIZA. ELIZA was a computer program with a simple script imitating a psychologist. Instead of answering the question, ELIZA would turn the tables and ask the opponent questions instead, which simulates a human conversation. This demonstrates the flaws of the test, because ELIZA didn't think and answer the question, she would just reflect the conversation back at the opponent. Again, this presented some flaws with the test. Example, Eugene Goosman, which is the newest program to pass the test, and some people even mean that it's the only program to actually pass the test. Eugene Goosman imitates a 13-year-old Ukrainian boy. This makes it a lot easier for the program to pass the test because the judges would just think that the wrong use of English or random conversation was because of the character, which when the computer would use bad grammar, they thought it was a language barrier and turned into random topics, they would think, yeah, well, it's a young boy. Again, this people discovered then a lot of flaws with the test because the computer isn't thinking but imitating what it's programmed to be like.
Machine learning. What is machine learning? Machine learning is when a computer or a machine uses a set of algorithms to discover different patterns to solve a problem or calculate a certain outcome. And this is the way computers learn. It can learn by it giving results by its creator, or it can learn by its own by doing something and get a yes or no answer out of it. Example, if we take, it wants to tell a cat from a dog. It gets two pictures and it says a cat and a dog, and it says the dog picture is a cat, and then it's a no. So it will say, okay, a cat doesn't look like this, and then it will go on until it can tell it apart 100%. It will go from 5%, 1% to 6% to 10% and so on. And it can do lots more than that. You can use this to find the cheapest and best way for a ship to travel from London to America. And that can be by calculating what kind of fuel is best in these waters after the data that they got from is also called big data.
The third and final part, technological singularity. It's a common theme in science fiction, mankind struggles to survive in a dystopian futuristic society because scientists discover how their machines have grown too powerful and out of control. Even though people only think that this is a fiction and a story, we are far too close to the reality to laugh about it. When artificial intelligence are created, the technological advances would move at a blistering pace. Machines would know how to improve themselves. Humans would become an obsolete in this computer world. We would have created a superhuman intelligence, or as it's called, artificial superintelligence (ASI). Advances would come faster than we could recognize them. In short, we would reach the technological singularity. This is a phase that describes a point which we are incapable of understanding. It's like a place where everything goes nuts and makes no sense. There are a beautiful quote by the creator of this theory, Vinur Vinch. He wrote it. He wrote it in his essay back in 1993. It says, "Within 30 years, we will have the technological means to create superhuman intelligence. Shortly after, the human era will be ended." Here he says, when the superhuman intelligence goes beyond our mind, it wouldn't need us anymore. We also have a diagram that shows how the singularity are about 50 years in the future, where machine intelligence have grown beyond our mind, and it grows rapidly as the red line indicates.